Yeah, hi everyone. Today I'm going to be doing a read aloud of the graphic novel Diary of a Wimpy Kid, the Third Wheel by Jeff Kinney. January. I wish I'd started keeping a journal a lot earlier on, because whoever ends up writing my biography is going to have a lot of questions about my life in the years leading up to middle school. Luckily, I remember just about everything that's happened to me since I was born. In fact, I can't even remember stuff that happened to me before I was born. Back in those days, it was just me swimming around in the dark, doing backflips and taking naps whenever I wanted. Ah! And one day, I was in the middle of a really good nap. I got woken up by these strange noises coming from outside. At the time, I didn't know what the heck I was hearing, but later on, I found out it was Mom piping in the music through those speakers she put on her belly. I guess Mom thought if she played classical music for me every day before I was born, it would turn me into some kind of genius. Those speakers came with a microphone, and when Mom wasn't playing music, she was telling me everything that was going on in her life. And then Mommy went to the store where she brought you an adorable blue hat with little ducklings on it. And when Dad came home from work, Mommy would have him give me a blow by blow of his day. So then I told Bill I did sign the bottom of the 10,044, and I flipped the paper over so he could see for himself. But that wasn't the end of it. Every night Mom would read to me for a half hour before she went to bed. Mr. Wimpy, I beg your pardon, sir. Oliver Twist has asked for more. The problem is my sleep schedule didn't line up with Mom's, so when she was sleeping, I'd be wide awake. Snore? Seriously? Last week in school, we had a pop quiz on a book, and I hadn't read it yet. I was pretty sure Mom read that one to me before I was born, but I couldn't remember any of the details. 42, what does Oliver Twist ask for that gets him in trouble? Think. I guess the week Mom was reading that book, I was busy doing something else. I wonder where this thing goes. The crazy thing is, Mom didn't need to use the microphone for me to hear her. I mean, I was inside of her, so I could hear every word she said, whether I wanted to or not. I crave pickles, but I can't eat them because they make me gassy. Do I really need to be hearing this? I can also hear just about everything that was happening on the outside. So when Mom and Dad got all mushy, I had to listen to that too. Ack. I never really felt comfortable when people are acting affectionate around me, especially when it's my parents. I try to get them to stop, but they never got the message. Cut it out. In fact, everything I tried just to seem to make things worse. Every time we kiss, I feel a little kick. Let's kiss again. After a few months of living like this, I had to get out of there, and that's why I was born. 3 weeks early, but after being hit by the cold air, and the blinding lights of the delivery room. I wish I'd just stay put. It's a boy. Put me back. By the time I came into the world, I was totally sleep deprived and in a really lousy mood. So if you ever see the picture of a newborn, now you know why things look ticked off. Introducing our little bundle of joy, Gregory Heffley. 6 ounces, 7 ounces, 6 pounds. In fact, I still haven't caught up on the sleep I missed, and believe me, I've been trying. You're late for school, yank. Ever since I was born, I try to recreate the feeling I had way back when I was floating around in the dark, happy as it could be. But when you're living in a house with 4 other people, some fool is always gonna come along and ruin things for you. Do you mind people mind? I met my older brother Roderick a few days after I was born. Up to that point, I thought I was an only child, so I was pretty disappointed to find out I wasn't. My family was living in a really small apartment back then, and I had to share a room with Roderick. He got the crib, so for the first few months of my life, I had to sleep in the top of the dresser drawer, which I'm pretty sure isn't even legal. Sleep tight. Eventually, Dad moved his work stuff out of the room he was using as an office and made it into a nursery. I got Roderick's old crib, and he got a new bed. About everything I had back in those days was a hand-me-down from Roderick. By the time something came to me, it was either worn out or covered in slobber. Even my Pacifier was a hand-me-down from Roderick. I don't think he was ready to give it up, which might explain why he's never really liked me. You don't need this anymore. Here you go. It was just on the 4 of us for a long time. Then one day, Mom told us she was gonna have another baby. I was glad she gave me the heads up so I could be ready. The upstairs bathroom is mine. When my little brother Manny came along, everybody thought he was so cute. But what they don't tell you about babies is that after they're born, they have this black stub on their belly button where the umbilical cord was tied off. Eventually, the stub dries up and falls off, and the baby was a regular-looking belly button. The thing is, nobody ever found Manny's stub, and to this day, I'm still paranoid it's gonna show up somewhere. Stop picking at your food. When I was a newborn, my mom put me in front of the TV for an hour a day to watch educational videos. I don't know if those videos actually made me any smarter, but at least I was smart enough to figure out how to put on something I wanted to watch. Whoosh. I also figured out how to remove the batteries from the remote so no one could turn the educational videos back on. Why isn't this thing working? But when you're a baby, you can't really get around a lot. So there was only one place I could hide the batteries. How did he get in here again? I think Mom should have let me crawl around on the floor more when I was little, because I was way behind the other kids in my playgroup when it came to the physical stuff. While the others were sitting up on the couch surfing, I was still working. while lifting my head off the ground. Almost there.